Hello, cruisers, travelers, everybody. It's COC. Thanks for coming to chat with me. Happy New Year, y'all. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It with C. I am a solo traveler, and this is the Monday meetup where I don't go live every Monday, but you get content every Monday. And on this Monday, you are getting my recap from being on board Celestyal Journey, which was Celestyal Cruises, a Greek cruise line. We are also going to talk about what are my plans for 2025, giving you all a little sneak peek. Not too much, but just a little bit. And yeah, I'm sorry I did not go live last Monday. I had all the intentions of the world. I was so excited, y'all. I was traveling for 2 weeks through Cape Town, South Africa, onward back to the UAE, United Arab Emirates, where I went through Doha, Bahrain, and Abu Dhabi, Dubai. And I was like, the last 4 days, I was like, oh, I cannot wait to get home to start creating this content. And child, I got on that damn plane and somebody sniped me with a cough. And so when I got back home last Monday, I was down and out. I gave a client a quote on Sunday evening, and that was the last little bit of voice that I had for like 3 days. So let's get in the chat and see who is all here. And the first commentator for 2025 is Kristen H. Welcome in, Kristen. Thanks for being a channel member and moderator. Kristen saying, hey, C and chat mates. Hey, Kristen. Welcome in, girl. We have his Queen Dar. Hey, saying hey, C in chat. Hi, his Queen Dar. Thanks for popping in and getting to chatting on this lovely Monday meetup. We have MH Family Adventures is in the building. Hey, Rockwell, and she is the reason why I ended up somehow sailing the Arabian Gulf. We're going to get into what that's like, because that was a very different cruise experience, cruising the Arabian Gulf for 7 days. But happy to have the experience. Everybody's flooding in. Hi, Alicia. And hopefully y'all don't mind the earlier time. I know I used to come in at 8 o'clock on Mondays, and that was because I was teaching on doing adjunct work at a local university. One of my when I say I ended 2024 on fumes, sis had about 4 jobs. 4 jobs, a travel business, and a YouTube channel. So I'm also excited about this year because I have rolled back to pour into this whole YouTube and travel venture. So I'm excited to have the free time, if y'all can't tell. But a part of that has been, if y'all some of my OG channel viewers, you knew I used to come in. Like Kristen actually was one of the ones we were playing around with the numbers way back. And she was like, the 8 o'clock ain't bad. But the part with the 8 o'clock hours, like it put me all the way. I'm a 9 o'clock, 9:30 in bed kind of girl. And it was putting me like Monday meetups, I couldn't do nothing else but meet and then go to bed. So I'm excited to be back at the 7 o'clock hour. We're going to see how this goes for a bit. I might be back at 8 in the fall, but right now we're going to be at 7. Who we got? Desiree saying, hey, Carlene. Hi, Desiree. I'm going to say it right one day. Welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. Who else we got on the go at yellow? Says hello and happy Monday evening. Yes, happy MLK Day, y'all. I hope y'all have done something to, reflect on Martin Luther King's legacy. I need to go watch I love me a Bernice King, who I believe is his youngest daughter. I need to watch her message for the day. Bernice be bringing the heat every time. So if you need something to watch that pours into you related to MLK spirit, I would go look up Bernice's King's speech on YouTube. But yeah, happy Monday and back to work tomorrow. A traveling Black couple. Everybody say congratulations to a traveling Black couple. A traveling Black couple got on Icon the Siege, child. And baby came out engaged. Now, a traveling Black couple, I gotta say, your fellow YouTubers have a confession. We thought y'all were already married. So when I was coming through, and y'all kept that so under wraps. I mean, not that y'all would tell me your business, but it was just interesting. Y'all like, yeah, we're gonna get an icon for, one of the dad's birthdays and celebrate. And child, I was scrolling through Instagram and I said, wait a minute, somebody's on the knees. So y'all tell a traveling Black couple happy engagement. Very exciting, very exciting. And it'll be cool to watch y'all's journey. as y'all go from dating to engaged to, we're going to be all up in your business watching the YouTube wedding child. So congratulations to y'all. Phil D's Travel Spree is in the building. Welcome in, Phil D's Travel Spree. And thanks for being a moderator. And thanks for popping in. It was cool. I was catching up on Phil D's. Y'all on Independence? I think their newest series is Independence of the Seas. So when I got back home after 2 weeks, I had so much YouTube content to catch up on. So I think that was the latest one I watched for y'all. Phil D. Margaret Logan said happy MLK Day and New Week. Yes. And Margaret, I was on your stories. I saw you were marching and doing service for MLK holiday. So thank you for, doing that and then popping over here to chat. And welcome everybody. We got a good amount of people. Thank y'all for being here. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See with C. I am a solo traveler, particularly with solo cruising. And this is the Monday meetup where I bring you all new content every Monday. Sometimes it'll be a premiere. Sometimes it will be me coming in here and running my mouth about these cruises. And today we are recapping Celestial Journeys. I was supposed to do it last week, but I was sick. I was down bad last week, like no voice. I might have coughed up my lung and then it went back. So I am happy to be back. And I'm happy to be back home to get y'all this content. Because when I say my camera rolls, I have travel cruise videos from July that I have not published yet. So if y'all are new here, haven't hit subscribe. And yeah, so today we're talking about Celestial Journeys, and I'm giving y'all a sneak peek into 2025. However, I'm not giving y'all the full scoop. I gave my channel members the full scoop about all the things that I'm doing in 2025, but I'm just going to give y'all a little sneak peek of the ones I paid for so far. Welcome in, Team Reach Travel, saying, hey, see in chat. And I believe, tomorrow, Team Reach and MH Family Adventures will be live together. So if you're looking for some live content, I believe tomorrow evening, Team Reese and MH Family Adventures are going live to chat it up, a little collaboration. Welcome in, Samuel Dodson. Thanks for coming in. Who else we got on the yellow saying hello? Hello, yellow. Sig, the solo cruiser, is here. Welcome in, Sig. Thanks for being here. And since we got 32 people, I got a little something I'm gonna show y'all, okay? And then we're gonna get into, I promise y'all, we're gonna get into talking about what my cruise on Celestial Journeys. But since I see Sig in here, I got a little something to show. Hopefully I can do this right. Let's see if I can do this right. I gotta see, the whole sharing screen present. Oh, I should have pulled this up already. Okay, wait a minute. I got it. Hold on. But welcome in, Sig. Hold on. I'm gonna get this right. I think I can do this. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let me rewind it. Let me do this. Okay. And I'm gonna share. And I'm gonna do this. All right, y'all. This is it's directorial debut. First Your Eyes Only on See It With C's channel. What I don't want to do I show the wind? Choose a window. No. I don't think I did that right. Hold on, wait. Okay. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Technical difficulty. Don't leave. Okay, share screen. I was getting a little too advanced. Okay, we're just going to do this. All right, here we go. And who's this? Sig and Jen. Oh, I'm in.
Who is this interrupting my photo? Hello? Wait, who is this? Sig and Carlene? Oh, I'm in.
Who's calling me? Oh, hello? Hey. What? With Jen and Carlene? Yeah, count me in.
Are you in? Join your favorite YouTube solo travel personalities, Jen from the Jen Danielle Experience, Cheryl from Sig the Solo Cruiser, and Carlene from See It With C for the ultimate solo group cruise, June 22nd through 26th, 2026 on board Celebrity Reflection out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with stops at Perfect Day at Coco Cay and Bimini, Bahamas. Contact the host and join us today. commercial. I hope it played right. So if you have not heard Sig the Solo Cruiser, DJ and Danielle Experience, your favorite solo travelers, solo cruisers are teaming up for the ultimate solo cruise. All are welcome. It's just, even though it's three, powerful, beautiful co-hosts that are all, happen to be ladies, it's open to everyone. So come and join us June 2026. You got plenty of time to, book it, and you can email any of us and we will get you situated. All right. So, try to book those wave seats. I know right now, I think I was giving people quotes. It's like $100 deposits. So all you got to do is invest $100 and we're going to make sure you have a good old time. All right. Enough of the commercial breaks. And let's get into who else is here. So I figured since I saw Sig, I had to do the disclaimer. Feeling these travel seafarers know the earlier time works fine today. The NCAA championship is tonight. I used to be such an NCAA college football girly on top of everything. And when I say, like, after I cut the cord for cable, I don't know who is up in there. Who's playing in the, who made it to NCAA? I know Florida State didn't. Jaretha Parker's in the building. Hey, Jaretha, I heard Houston, ain't y'all getting some snow? And your favorite couple is in here saying happy MLK Day. Happy MLK Day to YFC. Jameer Carter is here. Hey, welcome in, Jameer. And who we got here? Oh, hey, Mrs. Parker. I almost said, hey, C, and happy Monday. Hey, Mrs. Parker. I enjoyed your lunchtime live, where it was a ship to shore, where they did a deep dive into all things Virgin Voyages. So cool. A Traveling Black couple says, thank you. Appreciate that so much. It was definitely a surprise for you, Morgan. Awesome. Yeah, it was a beautiful surprise. And I don't know how y'all commandeered around the balloon drop, but y'all did that. That was really cute. So hopefully, I'm guessing there will be a vlog. And whenever there's a vlog, let us know so we can have a little watch party, so we can see the behind the scenes engagement details. And folks are saying congratulations to the newly engaged couple. So yeah, as I told y'all, I fresh off of Celestial Journey. When I say Celestial was not in my cruise line radar, some of y'all are like, what is a Celestial? Child, I just learned myself. It is a Greek-based cruise line where it gets most of its shipped from Holland, America, which I was kind of like, I was like, why is this like old? It had an old ship feel, but I was like, some of the spaces look really refined, and I love it. I'm a ship girl. Like, I love a ship space. I love like finding nooks and crannies on ships. I love like a well-decorated lounge. Like, those are things that make me excited about cruising. So I was wondering that about Celestial Journey. So yeah, I boarded the Celestial Journey, which it has 2 cruise ships, or maybe the Discovery hasn't come yet, but they got their ships from Holland, America. I boarded Celestial Journey out of Doha, which I didn't even know like Doha was a cruise port. I previously had stopped through Doha on a long layover eons ago and got stuck there for like a longer than expected because I think I had like a airplane maintenance issue. And when I got out the plane, or when I visited Doha for a little bit, I was like, I gotta get back here. And that was what was that thing called? World Cup. And so post World Cup now, when I say, honestly, y'all, Doha can just be a destination in and of itself. It literally, since they hosted the World Cup, they have added so many more hotels. They've added so many more amenities, really rich history, more authentic than Dubai. Really enjoyed Doha. So I would say, like, if you all are heading to the continent of Africa, if you all are heading to like visit Asia, and like you have a stop on, or you fly Qatar Airways and you can carve out a day or two as a long layover or stopover in Doha, I highly recommend you get to Doha. I'm going to go ahead and give you my crystal ball prediction. Doha is about to be your up and coming destination. So if you get there now, because your dollar goes a long way, if you get there now before it gets too pricey, definitely add it to your itinerary and you can break up a trip. So that's what I did. I was traveling to South Africa. I flew through Doha, and to break the trip back, I stopped in Doha to cruise. So anywho, Celestial Journey is a Greek-based cruise line. So it has kind of like, a very international feel. It was a ton of Russians on board, which I learned the Russians play Uno like we play spades, child. They be in it. Yeah, so embarked out of Doha, pretty easy embarking out of Doha. There was only one shipping port. I will say though, like, because it's not a big cruise culture, I had to really like coach the and I think that day I had an Uber. I will say the taxis in Doha are reliable. They don't hustle you. They are government, what is it? Government managed, ran, and they actually turn on the meters, which is a big thing. But that morning, for some reason, I decided to do a Uber, and the Uber driver wasn't really familiar with like the cruise port, so I had to do a lot of coaching and showing him the address. And then we got to the port, trying to tell him like, I'm not the big boat, I'm the little boat down. I need you to go a little further. So I will say, like, it's not a big cruise culture where like all your drivers are going to know exactly where to take you. But basically had a pretty seamless embarkation day. I cruised out on January 4th. So I got to Doha the evening of January 2nd, which that was a whole big shenanigans because for some reason, T-Mobile of all days decided that it was going to stop working. Like, usually, you know how when you land a plane and you turn your phone on, and usually it takes a little while as you're taxiing down the runway to kind of like or getting to your gate. Like, it takes a little while for the bars to kind of click in. So I was like, okay, this is a big airport. Maybe it's just taking a while for the T-Mobile to connect. So then I get my luggage. T-Mobile still hasn't connected, and I'm like, I gotta get from this airport to my hotel, and it's midnight with no phone service, and I'm traveling by myself. So that's when I learned the joys of like Doha's taxis are actually reliable. Just have the address, that kind of thing. And it also is a lesson in making sure you have a backup plan, the sense of like, luckily I had already had the address saved in a snapshot on my phone, those kind of things. But it was a little tricky first start heading into Doha. And I stayed at the Radisson Blu, which was not one of the closer hotels to the cruise port, but it was a valid option. All right, let me get back into the chat. I'm gonna get through embarkation day. I promise y'all. Phil D's Travel Suite says, yes, they just wrapped up a series on Independence of the Seas. So if y'all are interested in seeing content on Independence of the Seas, pop over to Phil D's Travel Spree. And I also did finish up a series I did a whole one big video for Independence. Folks are saying congratulations to a traveling Black couple. Ken Hill's in the building saying, hey, C, hey, Ken. Yes, we love good old Black love. Yes, so congratulations, and they are saying thank you. Rowan Griffin, welcome in, Rowan. I feel like your name is new. Welcome to the channel. And we have our first question. So let's get into more. So Alicia's saying, question, how long did you have in port in Dubai? So for the 7-day Celestial Journeys itinerary, we had several ports in 2 new countries for me. We left out of Doha, we went to Bahrain, we went to Oman, we went to Abu Dhabi, and we went to Dubai. For Dubai, we were in port overnight, which was that made it, I guess, a worthwhile itinerary. I've already been to Dubai, but I kind of wanted to like refresh myself on it, and I'm so glad I did. I have a better feeling about Dubai because it used to be in my head, Vegas is the desert, child, and I was just kind of like, eh. But Dubai has had some new developments. There's a new museum that when I went back in, I can't remember, way back, there wasn't there. Now they have this Museum of the Future. So if you want like an immersive like Dubai experience, Celestial Journeys could be it for you, because they definitely give you a full day they gave me almost 2 days in port. And then the hop on, hop off meets you right in the port area in Dubai. So, I mean, for $564 to see those new places or see those places, I thought it was pretty worth it. So yeah, we started in Doha. Embarkation was pretty simple. However, it was a first, and I didn't need, as a U.S. citizen, I will say, as a U.S. citizen, I didn't need a visa. They handle all the visa requirements. I got a visa already when I flew in. However, I think I ended up, and I paid for it then. But they will issue you as a U.S. citizen your visas at the ports. However, this is the first time I ever had to turn over my passport to a cruise line. And they had me worried to death because when I said they put that passport in a wooden box, like they put it in a wooden tray, and I was just like, please, please, please watch my baby. Hey, Steph Stone. So yeah, I had to give them my passport because they basically facilitated the process of from port to port, making sure that we had met all the requirements and that kind of thing. When I got on the ship, so it's basically, what is it called? Doha's port actually looks like a cruise port, and there are some things not immediately in the port, but right around the corner that you can walk to or catch a quick cab ride over. They actually have like a true kind of port area. The other ports, minus Dubai, are kind of going to drop you off in like an industrial looking area where you're going to have to, similar to kind of like the Mediterranean vibe, where you're going to have to like catch a shuttle, catch a taxi to get to where all the things are. Sig is coaching me through showing our commercial. Yes, a commercial. Yep. So we got on board. Basically you kind of walk in, and from like the ground floor up. And I will say, when I walked on, I was like, Lord, what has Rockwell like talked me into getting into? Because again, like I'm a ship girl. And so I was like, when I walked into the bottom of the Celestial Journey ship, I was kind of like, oh, this is old. This is given like 1996 Carnival Fantasy. Like I was like, what is this? And some of y'all will know and learn, like I don't have a lot of patience for like lines and those kind of things. So it was easy embarkation walking on. But when I got on the ship, it was literally, a couple people stand in the elevator. So I was like, you know what? This ship is small. I can just, take the staircase up. So I kind of went through the back of things and immediately went in the hallway. And I was just like, okay, the hallways look kind of old. It was kind of giving like college dorm. And then when I got into the rooms, I was like, okay, the rooms are kind of giving like an old school carnival ship. So I was just like, all right, Lord, it's going to be like I'm on the Carnival Paradise for the whole week. Well, actually, after I put my things down, got situated and settled, I kind of walked around the ship, and that's kind of what brought the Celestial Journey to life. And that's where those Holland America touches come in. So like they have, plusher loungers for their seating areas. They have, really beautiful lounge spaces. Their Lido deck has like a little like picture frame. They have really plush couches. And so I was like, oh, okay, like now I can, get with the vibe. I can, do this. So that was kind of like the whole like first thoughts about Celestial Journeys, the embarkation part like of it. They really did a good job of like enhancing the common areas. So I would say when you get on Celestial, don't get too freaked out about, what your hallway looks like, but the lounge spaces are very nice. So yeah, folks are congratulating us for our lovely commercial. Thank you. Hey, Keisha H. Keisha H is saying welcome in. And she's speaking to the chat. Oh, thank you. Y'all liked our commercial. So cool. Hopefully you enjoyed the commercial. A little taste. And yeah, join us on the ultimate solo group cruise, July 22nd through 2026 on Celebrity Reflection. Just 4 days, little quick in and out situation. And right now the fares are still looking pretty decent. If you want a balcony, it's like $1,600. I think it's going down to like $14 for Ocean View and $12, $13ish. These are numbers off the top of my head for your interiors. So we would love to host you. Okay, YMC says they're not going to pop up. They want us to count us in. So yes, we will be more than happy to have y'all's vibe, because yes, we're celebrating travel. You don't have to be a solo traveler. You just anybody come on in. Even though we got 3 ladies hosting, come on in. It's going to be an inclusive experience, and I am personally looking forward to what we had to veto as we were playing a little behind the curtain, a little peep. We as we were planning, I was like, we should name like the Crazy Sexy Cool Cruise, or something like that. I know, not the most creative. And Sig was like, no, that's trademarked. but it's going to kind of have those vibes where, you know, we all have 3 different distinct travel personalities. So that's going to be kind of how we're going to curate the experience. There'll be something for everyone based on those kind of 3 personality pieces that we all have. And then I'm excited about getting back to like hanging out with everybody at Coco K. I think if I have to look forward to anything else, I feel like I feel the vibes already emerging for the Coco K portion. Steph Stone says that was good. Thank you. You know, CapCut tried to ruin my whole weekend, but you know, I had to, you know, figure out the editing situation, and it worked. Kid Hill says, "Am I invited?" Yes, everybody's invited. Everybody, come on. Like I said, even though it's 3 women hosting, it's open to everybody who, you know, just wants to who enjoys Sig, Jen, and me. So come on. Who else? Okay, folks are saying cool. Okay, so thank you, Philadelphia, saying Ohio State and Notre Dame are playing. Boo! I need the Big Ten to stop going to college. What is it? The NCAA, because they always get there and it's always a lackluster game. But thank you, Phil, for letting me know. Jaretha says, yes, snow is coming tonight and tomorrow. So Houston, I know y'all don't do what is it called? Cold weather, particularly snow. So if you're in the Houston area, because I think I saw y'all are gonna get like almost 5 inches. Like y'all are getting more snow than we are. So y'all be safe, get off them roads. I know y'all know how to drive in it. And stay warm. So yeah, be safe. Mrs. Parker sent the Ship to Shore Live, talking about Virgin Voyages. If you haven't caught that earlier today. And thank you for MH Transition, hit the like button. Okay, so first day on Celestial Journey, hit up the buffet. I was a little nervous about the food situation. The buffet was fine. In general, the food on Celestial Journeys was fine. The only thing that I would like give a critique for, which got on my last nerve, was I hated how they filleted their fish. So I would say if you get on Celestial, any fish dish is gonna have bones in it. Like it's supposed to be a fillet, you know, piece of fish, but that was the one thing that like just drove me bonkers, and I had to stop eating like the fish dishes because like it would be like you get to the pieces like 3 pieces of bone. It was still filleted, it wasn't bone fish, but like they just had, I guess maybe to save money, they just did not get a good cuts of seafood. But in general, it was something always to eat. The line for the Indian food was always out the door. So and the part that I really enjoyed was in the buffet. They encourage you not to take it out, but you have wine and beer included in whenever you're in the buffet area. And so I appreciated that touch. Even though I had a drink package, I was like, I thought it was kind of cool to at least have wine and beer. And honestly, I could have just not had a drink package and just kept drinking wine. Well, I guess I would need it for when I hung out in other places, but it was cool to at least have wine for your meals. All right, who else you got here? Travel with Angel. Travel I was Angel saying, hey, Angel, love that. What's that called? Thumbnail. Good to see you, girl, and Happy New Year. My cruising family's in the building saying, hey, Carlene, see with C in chat. Hey, my cruising family says, what did I miss? You missed our commercial. I might play it one more time at the end, but you got to see our sneak peek of our commercial. And now we are just talking about getting people caught up on my time on Celestial Journey. And then I'm going to be talking about my preview for the year, preview of travels for 2025. So yeah, Angel is speaking. MH Journey Adventure says the same thing just happened to me when I embarked in Martinique. They took my passport and I was nervous too. Yeah. And when I say like it was no like, what is it called? Sophisticated system for how they took your passports. It was literally like, I don't know. It was a tray. And the lady just put your passport. They put a sticker on it that had your cabin number. Which was interesting because like, you know how usually like, you know, Carnival, Royal, MSC, any US based cruise line, they don't put your cabin number on your card. literally, I would say on Celestial Journey, be careful. They did say, they have the whole thing where they make sure they look at your picture to make sure that it matches you. And for me, it was pretty easy because I was only one of the like 3 or 4 heavenly melanated, or at least African American. There was a big Indian contingent on board, but all of your information is on your card. So literally your Wi-Fi connection, your your room key, your room numbers on your card on Celestial Journey, your name, all of your identifiers are on that card. So I would just say, if you get on that ship, be very careful with your card. Don't lose it, because literally there's a lot of information for people to access pretty quickly if they have an ill intent. I try to believe that most cruisers have some decency, but you also can't trust everybody. But yeah, they and it was an interesting experience because there were some days that I was like, oh, the itinerary in itself was very port intensive. So there was like one day, I think maybe Abu Dhabi, I was like, okay, I've been to Abu Dhabi before. I'm going to just like rest, relax instead of, getting off the ship. And it was mandatory that like by 9:00, 9:30, I had to physically clear the ship and come back on and give them my passport, give them back the passport, get to the visa, all that stuff, even if I was not planning on getting off the ship that day. I'm not sure if it was a thing where it's just because like, short staff, a window, and if I just didn't do it, like I just couldn't get off the ship, but like you would get a letter detailing like you have to, every port, like you had to basically get off and back on, even if you didn't want to see that port stop. So that was a thing about like, if you are into this itinerary, it's not going to be like, your relaxation type cruise, which I would imagine if you're getting on this itinerary, it's more to see the places than to relax. But there were a couple times for me, I was just like, yeah, I don't necessarily need to get off right here. I want to stay on, do some work. I wanted to record a couple videos, and the instructions were like, no, you got to be up by, 8:00 to grab your passport from the theater, or you got to make sure you clear the visa process by 9:30 in the morning. So just be mindful of that. So I know a bunch of people are accompanying MH Family Adventures with their Greek cruise. It probably won't be like that with the passport, like the constant passport checks, because you're all in one country. But just FYI, like you do the Arabian Gulf itinerary, you're going to have to be every day like checking that. Like you're going to have to basically do your visa process every day. Folks are laughing at something. Damian Quander here. Hello, welcome. Good to see y'all and Happy New Year. MH Family Adventure says, I do think they refurbish all areas and not some of the cabins. Yeah, and another exciting thing, Rockwell, is the sailing that I was on was its last Celestial Journey's last sailing for the year, and it was doing another dry dock. And they were saying that like they're going to do some of the carpet. Like, so in my cabin, it was interesting. My carpet was new in the cabin, but the other parts of the cabin looked older. But it was going to dry dock. So I'm hoping that like, maybe they'll use that time to refresh some of the cabins. I kept asking, nobody could give me like a definite answer about what they were actually going to improve upon, because honestly, most of the areas were good. It was just literally the cabins that could be, a little more made a little more look like more fresh. But one of the what's called wait staff were just basically saying they were going to just change some of the carpet, and I was like, well, the carpet looks new. So it'll be interesting to see what enhancements Celestial Journey has after it goes through dry dock. I think it's parked for like a month, and then they'll pick up again with the Arabian Gulf itineraries, and I guess before heading to meet y'all in Europe. Autobot Diva saying, hey, cruise folks, welcome in. Autobot Diva says, might have to look at the Reflection Cruise. Got to see the commercial. Oh, okay. Yeah, the commercial will be available on all 3 of our channels. I just gave a preview, a peek of it. I finished it early today. Jen and Sid gave their like stamp of approval. So I told them, I was like, I'm going to show it this evening on the channel, but they'll have it. It'll be out available for you all to see it again and get all the information that you need so that you can, come on, join us. Make sure I like crazy, sexy, cool. Yeah, but we don't want no copyright coins. Secret Solo Cruises, we're still going to be working out who's going on club duty. We might have to rotate club duty. I'll gladly take club duty, I guess. Because we all are 9:30 in the bed kind of girls, but we have a great time between the hours of 6 o'clock a.m. and 9:30 p.m. But we're going to have to rotate the evening shift because I be wine sleepy. Who else we got? Kristen says, "Oh no problem, Kristen, no problem." Travel Vibes Angel says, "Yay for snow!" Yes, I love snow. It snowed the first time in DC in 3 years, so I finally got to see snow after 3 years, see it accumulate. And then, are y'all getting snow, Alabama? I know Louisiana's getting snow, and I know Texas is getting snow, or Houston's getting snow. So, Keisha H says, you are married to Ron, would not expect anything less. Let's see. TJ's Adventures is Destination saying hello. Folks are speaking. Travel Cake Tips is in the building. Cool. Welcome in. Saying happy Monday, everyone. Oh, we get a question. On a Go with Yellow says, did you try any of the specialty dining? Any new experiences for you? Thank you for that question, Yellow. So yeah, Yellow you were in the live when I was parked in Dubai, I think. And you were saying like maybe I should go to specialty dining. And so I was like, okay. I'd asked the waiter to see the menus, and I would say like looking at the specialty dining menus, there was nothing that stood out to me that said like I really wanted to go to specialty dining. But what I did was, what you all see in the vlog, I ended up ordering the upcharge of what was it? I did the surf and turf. I did an upcharge of surf and turf. And that was an experience because they brought the plate to me like flaming. Because you know how they say like cruise ships aren't supposed to have open flames. And literally they brought me like a whole like fire pit. Like I could have roasted marshmallows with my surf and turf dish. I don't know why they decided needed like they lit it on fire like a fajita, but like it wasn't sizzling, it was literally on fire. And when they brought it around, like this is the hairstyle I had. So my braids were like anywho. So I didn't do a specialty dining experience because I looked at the menus and I was just like, nothing really stood out to me, but I did enhance one of my evening meals. And I would say for the most part, the main dining room, did what it needed to do. It wasn't super crowded on board. Like it ranged from 1,000 people to 430 people. At some point, people are rotating on and off the ship. So the day I was in Doha, a lot of us were getting on. Then like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, there was a big change, particularly Dubai, of people, like an influx of people coming off and coming on. It never felt like really crowded, but also the specialty dining rooms never felt really crowded or had like overbooked. So it's easy to get specialty dining if I wanted to. However, I was asking people because I'm like, I'm just thinking about like y'all with the Greek cruise. And they were like, no, like because of the Greek cruise line, their Greek itinerary gets to popping. So it might be a little more folks during those summer months than it was on my sailing, but I kind of enjoyed the pace of my sailing. Like I can sit in chairs when I wanted to. There were loungers available. The hot tubs were like always almost empty, except for like the kids who would swim in them because it was a little cool, which I was not expecting that this time of year. I thought like desert. I'm thinking like, okay, the desert because it was hot in South Africa, but thinking about like the desert and like, I'm thinking like, okay, only 9 hours up, it's still going to be kind of warm. It was like 73, 72. So like the pools were cold. So a lot of people were flocking to the hot tubs, but even people flocking to the hot tubs, they were never like super crowded. And there were a handful of kids on board. I will say, I don't know. It seemed like the kids, I don't know if they were really in the kids camp because they were just kind of not chronically running around, but sometimes in the evening you could tell that they were like on the loose a little bit. And folks are speaking. Mickey's Adventure says, good night, everyone. Hi, Mickey's Adventure. Welcome in. Investing with Rod. Hey, Unc is saying good evening. We'll see you in the chat. Folks are speaking. My cruising family says we had snow today and it's in the forecast again for next weekend. Yeah, I think we currently have, it's about to drop. The temperatures are about to go down to, which I'm on like pipe duty here in DC. The temperature's going to drop down to like 9. But I noticed that there's going to be, it says rain this weekend, but I'll be interested to see if, because it's going to be like 9 and 12 degrees, if that rain is going to change to snow. But I welcome it because we have not had a good snow in a long, long time. Auto by Diva says, whose page has a reflection cruise? It will be on all of our pages soon. That was just literally, y'all got to see it here first, because I edited it. But it's going to be on our pages soon. You won't miss it, trust. To see our commercial. And welcome in 41 people. My name is Carlene. And this is the Monday Meetup, where every Monday at 7 p.m. you get some kind of content, whether you get premiere, whether you get my lovely face talking about cruising and traveling. So welcome, and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I'm actually still working on my 2024 subscriber goals, which bleeds into our 2025. So yes. So yeah, let me know if you have any other questions about Celestial Journey. I can talk a bit about the ports. There was not a ton for the Arabian Gulf, but it was all worth seeing. So the first port was Bahrain. And that one I ended up just renting a taxi, getting a taxi cab for the day to take me to some of the major places, but all the major places were like right there. There was the National Museum was worth seeing. There was a mosque that was there. It was very informative to go inside and get a tour of. And I think he took me to a fort. I didn't want to go too far since I was just like, I just got a cab for the day. And that was basically all for Bahrain to see. I stayed on board for Abu Dhabi because I've already done Abu Dhabi, and that was the last port. And since it was port intensive, I just decided, like, let me just stay on so I can prepare myself for the long travel day back home. So I stayed on board for Abu Dhabi. For Dubai, I did a hop on, hop off, and I was gone that whole day. So looking forward to showing y'all like the stops. And it was cool to see Dubai, like the newer spots that they have. Like they now have this frame that's new, and they have this museum of the future that I think I want to get to. That was new. And I'm missing one. Oman was just pretty much like some rocks. One of the cool things about Oman, which I thought we were getting like attacked by pirates, but Oman is very close to Pakistan. And so literally there are people who are jetting. It's like 60 miles, the port from Oman to, like, was it Pakistan or Iran? Pakistan. I think Pakistan. I think I'm getting it right. I think it's Pakistan. 66 miles. So literally people in speedboats, they load goats and random things in these speedboats from Pakistan, and they drop them off at the port of Oman. But however, you have like all these little speedboats that are like, they were like crowded. We parked, they were like crowded around the other cruise ship that was in port. And I was like, do we got like a little pirate situation? And they were like, no, everything's fine. They're just bringing goods back and forth from Pakistan, which was kind of cool. But to visit Oman, I cruised a Vajor on one of the Dow boats. It was basically like rocks. That was it. And like the main area to go visit, I think it was just a little too far, or maybe I should have booked another excursion. But yeah, a bunch of places that I don't think I ever would have saw unless I was on a cruise ship. So I ain't mad. The other, if you're not interested in doing Celestial, you want bigger ships for that itinerary for the desert days. The other people that were in port were MSC. Oh, and I forgot about Surbani Yas, which was a private island experience in the desert. That was cool. That was really cool, a unique experience. I wish it was a little warmer so I could fully enjoy it, but it was cool to see that private island experience. But MSC does that kind of itinerary, so we were chasing them around the Gulf. And Mine Sheaf, which I think is one of the TUI boats. Or Mine, I'm not sure if it's TUI. They had TUI on the side, but also Mine Sheaf. They do that itinerary too. So if you want a little bigger ship, those are your options. But just be mindful. It's going to be a pretty heavily, a very international crowd. So Auto by Diva, yes. The ultimate solo group cruise is in 2026, because we know, if you're like me, my 2025 is already playing. Like I have no more space for 2025. And I'm almost certain about to have no more space for 2026. Like, I think I can squeeze maybe one more thing, but I'm pretty already, I think I have like already 5 cruises with deposits on them for 2026 for myself. So, yeah, but we want to give people plenty of time to plan, get on their calendars, because we know that people's schedules fill up. So yeah, the ultimate solo group cruise is June 2026. With a kickback on the 21st in Fort Lauderdale, if you just want to come and kick it for that day, before we cruise out. MH Family Adventure says schools are canceled here because it's supposed to be an 18-degree wind chill. Jesus, yeah. I don't even have my pipes dripping. I have my pipes running. Like, I had one year, it gets cold, so cold sometimes that like even the drip will freeze. So the next 3 days my pipes will be running because I ain't fooling with none of that home ownership stuff. And folks are talking about how cold it is. I mean, should I show the commercial again? So many of y'all are mentioning that you you missed the commercial. Should y'all want to see it one more again? Let me know, because y'all, everybody's talking about the infamous commercial. Who else we got here? Thank you, Keisha H. Yes, there is a flyer posted on my community page for the Good Government Getaway 2025, which is my group cruise, Labor Day 2025. That'll be on Virgin Voyages with the Liddy Dominican Days itinerary. And that has some Sailor Loot attached to it for the moment. So feel free to hop on that one. And then 2026, I'm doing the Ultimate Group Cruise collaboration. So you got options to sail with me. But I probably won't be doing like a whole bunch of group cruises. Like, y'all gonna get like one out of me a year. And you already can see, like, I'm gonna be going back and forth between doing my own thing and collaborating. So who else we got? Edward Strand is saying, sorry, Missy, your bun should have been here for the last snow. No more in the DMV. I missed the snow because I was out of the country, but I got to catch the lovely snow that was on what day was that? Saturday, Sunday, yesterday. On the go yo says, love a good hop on, hop off. Yes, it's very efficient for covering a lot of ground. So I definitely enjoy my hop on, hop off experience. We got a question. Edward Strand says, you may have mentioned it, but how long was the flight? So my flight in general, and again, to kick off the cruise, I basically, I had a 2-week vacation, a little over 2.5 weeks. So I left DC and went down to South Africa for a week, Cape Town, South Africa for a week. So DC to Doha going, it was a little shorter. It was like 12.5 hours, and then 9.5 down, 12 hours and 15 minutes over to Doha, and then 9.5 down. So I did that I just did the long way, all the way down, going to Cape Town. Spent a week in Cape Town, got to party, kick it with, saw some of my friends, that kind of thing. We hung out. Basically, it'll be interesting to look at the vlog or whatever I can pull together for a vlog, or it might actually just be members only content, because when I say, like, I slept until probably like 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock every day, and then we would start with happy hour, and then we would go to like 4 o'clock in the morning. So it wasn't a ton of content. Hopefully y'all caught the stories. But anyway, coming back, it's 9 hours and 50 minutes back up to Doha. And then I cruise for a week, and then coming back is slower. So going Doha to DC on the way back is 15 hours. So that's why I kind of broke it up on the way back home. I left South Africa, stopped in Doha, cruised for a week, and then did the last 15 hours and landed in snowy Dulles Airport. But I will say I enjoyed Qatar Airlines. Even their economy was pretty impressive. So a lot of space, etc. I would highly recommend if you are heading to like Asia or to the continent of Africa. I recommend Qatar Airlines is pretty comfortable and very spacious in regards to leg room. The only downside is the seats recline very nicely. You get a nice recline in economy. However, I had some buttholes behind me on the flight from Cape Town to Doha. Like at that point, you're going to recline your seat. Like that's a 9-hour ride. Like if it's a 2-hour ride, sometimes I don't recline my seat. But for 9 hours, I'm going to sleep. And the people on the row behind me and the two other ladies who I was sitting with, they just had an attitude that like we weren't going to put up our seat every time that they wanted to move. And I'm like, that's not, I don't know what kind of etiquette that is. I will put my seat up, and it is a part of etiquette from like whenever they do meal services on long flights. You are like, it's the appropriate thing to do is like, pull up your tray, pull up your seat before they start serving the meal. But in the middle of the flight when we are sleeping and you want to get up and go to the bathroom, nothing says I have to like move my seat up. On top of that, because of how the seats recline so deep, like it was hard to pull your seat up. So a lot of people had like asked your people behind you, like, can you give me a push? And so, yeah, so I recommend Qatar for even like your economy and a long haul. But, sometimes you get some buttholes who, maybe they just need to go to first class if they think they can just, move and shake whenever they want to. So that was how long the flights were. Travel Cake Tips has a question. Cool. It says, what type of clothing would you recommend for anyone considering this trip? So there are two things to be mindful of for this trip and for the time of year. So you are going to the Middle East, which the countries that I mentioned are of the Islamic faith. And it's mandatory for most places to kind of like have your shoulders covered and try to have your knees covered. I bought like what they call an abaya. I bought like 3 of them because I just like how they look fashionably. But you can buy like an abaya if you have something like my dress that I had on in Bahrain was a little form fitting. So I had the abaya on top of it just to kind of not show my curves. But basically, if you do like things like flowy dresses, pants, shirts, those kind of things, it's just basically you want to cover your shoulders and you want to cover your knees, and you don't want anything that's, too clingy. But like some places like Dubai, in comparison to Dubai, Bahrain, Oman is a little more. They're more used to tourists, that kind of thing. But Doha, I would say like definitely cover. But the other thing to consider was the time of year. And I went in December, and it's not as hot as you think it's going to be. So you don't want to pull out your like, super shorts and your t-shirts because it's actually kind of cold. I would have almost wore the same thing that I wore for my fall Mediterranean cruise on the Desert Days cruise, which was kind of like, what's it called? Basically, if you do some, long flowy dresses or do some, what is it called? Joggers, sweatsuits, those kind of things. Like lounge suits, sweatsuits, sweater things, those kind of things. Sorry, people are pinging me. My cruising family, no, they weren't. I was just saying they looked like them because basically they were going full steam ahead, straight at would look like going straight at a cruise ship. And then and we were like getting into the, what is it called? That day was for Celestial. For the day in Oman, it was a tender day. So we are getting out onto their lifeboats in the middle of the thing, and there's these like little speedboats that are just jetting by. And, some of them have, the coverings, that kind of thing. So it's like, what is this? And so they had to tell us like, no, there's people from Pakistan who are literally bringing goods. But how it looked like, particularly when we came around the corner and they were heading to the Mayan Sheaf ship, it looked like they were like pulling up on a cruise ship. And I was like, what is this? So they had to explain that, there are people who, they don't mean harm, they don't bother you, nothing. But they're basically bringing goods back and forth between Oman and Pakistan. And on a clear day, you can see Pakistan from where we were. Lala B or Layla B says, how are you? Are you hosting a good government getaway in 2026? Hi, Lala B. I am not doing a good government getaway in 2026. So I'm doing it in 2025. I don't plan on doing it in 2026. I think I want to kind of rotate between hosting and co-hosting for the time being. I do think if I do it, I might do something. I have it in my mind. But it won't be a cruise, put it that way. So yeah, I don't want to like give away too much. But 2025, we are doing the Good Government Getaway. There are cabins for that, and that's Labor Day because I am a government worker, so I maximize my holidays. And so that will be Labor Day 2025 on Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady. So yeah, hit me up if you want to go with that. And then for 2026, I'm doing the ultimate solo cruise on Celebrity Reflection. And if I do a good government getaway that year, it will be something short and sweet and land-based. So stay tuned if y'all want me to do one, but I don't think it'll be a cruise in 2026. I'm already co-hosting something. So yeah. Who else we got? Okay. Let's see. My cruising family says MSC is my go-to for those itineraries. Those prices are right, and I love the international crowd. Yeah, they had MSC Euribia import for on Cerbanias. And that ship they've actually did like a whole overhaul of the hull. Like usually MSC ships are like black and white. And MSC Euribia now has like some sort of like decoration. It looks very much like Norwegian cruises. So that will be like a short, maybe tomorrow I'll make it a short. It'll be on my page. We got Regina Davis in the building saying, hey, seeing chat, multitasking on a call, but pop in and hit the thumbs up. We appreciate the hitting the thumbs up. Ruby's Baby's in here saying, I'm late, but I'm here. Welcome in, Ruby's Baby. So good to see you. And Ruby's Baby is the inspiration behind every Monday. There's got to be something. Edna's World says, hi. Yes, those are long flights for sure. Those are very long flights. Because somebody from South Africa was like, when are you coming back? And I was like, maybe not in another 2 years, because I used to be able to pop over to South Africa like twice a year. I would pop on them planes like it's nobody's business. Now, these old bones can't do what I used to do. So, yeah, those long flights. Because either you fly into the Middle East, and that's 15 hours and a 9 down, or you fly into Europe, which makes it almost like 10 hours and 10 hours. So either way, it's a long ride, baby. And when you're ready to be there, you're just ready to be there. Hi, Nene. That's my friend Anisha. She was the one who told me eons ago I should have had a YouTube channel. So you get to meet one of my friends in real life. And I should listen to her back in, what was that, Anisha? 2011, whenever I had the society blog. So this is my friend Anisha in real life, who told me like, you need to do YouTube, and I didn't listen to her. But Nene, I'm doing it now. My cruising family says the new Euribia is pretty, and who says, yes, it has like flowers and it has like Save the Sea. So let's talk about kind of I think I've exhausted Celestial Journey unless y'all have more questions. Let's talk about 2025. So I gave y'all the preview of what the 2020, what is it called? The 2026 trip. And maybe I'll play the commercial one more time because y'all seem to be really excited about the commercial. Let's see. One more again for the people in the back. Let's see if I can. Oh, actually, I can't because I closed out the window. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can pull it back up. But for 2025, while I am pulling up the commercial that y'all so loved, we are starting. I'm only going to give, so my channel members know, if you're a member of my channel members know all the places I'm going in 2025 that are currently booked. So if you are a channel member and you didn't see that video is up for you. I'm only going to tell. Hold on. Okay, so you got the commercial. 1 second. I'm only going to tell y'all folks the ones I have paid for already for 2025. So you only going to hear about half the year. Channel members know the full year. And then we'll see if anything else pops up. Alrighty, so let's see. The commercial, one more again. Present, share screen, turn the volume back up. Okay. Who's this? Sig and Jen. Oh, I'm in.
Who is this interrupting my photo? Hello? Wait, who is this? Sig and Carlene? Oh, I'm in.
Who's calling me? Oh, hello? Hey. What? With Jen and Carlene? Yeah, count me in.
Are you in? Join your favorite YouTube solo travel personalities, Jen from the Jen Danielle Experience, Cheryl from Sig the Solo Cruiser, and Carlene from See It With C for the ultimate solo group cruise, June 22nd through 26th, 2026 on board Celebrity Reflection out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with stops at Perfect Day at Coco Cay and Bimini, Bahamas. Contact the host and join us today. So yeah, I wasn't excited to see y'all to be so excited about the ad, but it'll be on our pages. So if you want to share it out to get your friends excited, please do that. And the currently deposits are only $100 for a couple of years out. And whoever asked about what is it called, the Good Government Getaway for 2026, stay tuned. I think now that you mentioned it, I think I'm going to move forward with the plan that I have in my head, just to kind of keep the party going for Good Government Getaway. So yeah, but it won't be a cruise. It's not gonna be a cruise. But I know it's gonna be. Okay. And then of course, Good Government Getaway 2025 is still on and popping. So yeah, just gave some quotes the other day. So get on in there. All right, enough with the commercial time. Let's get back into what am I doing for 2025? And I'm only telling Jim Pop what I have already paid for. My channel members, so if you want all the behind the scenes sneak previews, the tea, join the channel membership. But in no particular order, I will be on. Of course, I'm going to be on the Valley Lady, August 29th through September 3rd for the Good Government Getaway 2025, which is Labor Day. So come and join us. You only need a couple of days off of your PTO. We're going to maximize that PTO and have a good time. So that will be that. I'm going to be on the Carnival Conquest a couple of times next year. So I will be, or this year, I'm saying next year. This year, because it's already 2025. So I will be on the Lush Group Cruise, which is hosted by Siobhan and Kristen for Proctors on the Go. So that's the plan. There's a slight little glitch for that one, but currently have that all planned out. And then I'll also be on the conquest for the Celebration Key, which is not, it used to be, it was the first ship to get to Celebration Key. But it looks like the Vista, if the engines work, will be beating Conquest to Celebration Key. And probably one of the other preview cruises, but we'll be heading to Celebration Key. That's me in July. I have not given up on inaugurals. Your girl will be on MSC World America. That will be I can't even say that. No, that'll be my second 7-day cruise for the year. And I'm excited about that one. Actually, I'm excited. Like my last couple cruises have been like Mediterranean, Arabian Gulf. I'm excited to get my butt back in the Caribbean. Like I am ready for a good old hot, sticky, humid, nasty Caribbean cruise. Okay. So that's what I'm like excited about. So those are the ones for the moment. And then I've given channel members the preview for the ones I haven't finished paying off. So if you want the full itinerary for next year. And then there is one land-based trip that's snuck in there. And then I will be ending 2025 epically. So tap into the channel if you haven't already done so. I have content again way back from July. I have content from Celebrity Edge. I have Virgin Voyages content. I have a bunch of other stuff. I have to finish up my series on Regent Seven Seas. And probably a bunch of other stuff that I'm forgetting. Of course, South Africa will come out in some form, and then the Celestial Journey. So tap in if any of that. Oh, and MSC Seashore. All of that is in my camera reel. So tap in if you are interested in seeing that content. Hit subscribe. Help me get to my channel goals. My Cruising Family says, that's what I'm trying to tell folks who want to wait till they retire to travel. Nah, man, travel now. The body may not feel the same when you retire. And absolutely not. Because now it's coming to the point that I'm like not even trying to flex, but it's like for those big long trips, I'm gonna have to like just start saving for like a premium economy or business, because it's just, it doesn't make it a pleasant experience when, you know, people are kicking your chair and your legs are locking up. Like for me, when I'm on long haul, my legs swell very badly and my left shoulder can just start hurting. And if it starts on that first 2 hours and I still got 8 more hours to go, it is very unpleasant. So I will say, yes, travel while you can, while you're flexible, because it's not good on the bones as you get older. Laria is in the building. Welcome in, the Virgin Voyages connoisseur herself. Laria, how many Virgin trips you been on now, girl? The Laria is the MVP. I've been between her and Regina Davis. They're probably the people who have sailed Virgin Voyages the most that I know personally. Want to go Yellow says, exactly. Already got bad knees and a hip. And yeah, I forgot about the hip. So my right hip acts up. My legs and ankles swell terribly, even with what's it called? Compression socks on. And I know they say like don't drink the wine on the plane because it doesn't help, but I'm like, I need the wine to like put myself out of my misery on these long flights. So yeah. So now it's to the point that I'm like starting to save my like miles, points, money to just like, you know, get a more enhanced flight experience, because those long hauls wear your body out. And, you know, just the safety issues too. Like, you know, deep vein thrombosis is real. Took Heavy D clean on out of here. I'm loving that y'all love the ad. Thank you. My little directorial debut. Teen Reese says, who is this interrupting my photo? Totally sounds like Jen. Yes, we wanted to do a commercial that kind of caught all of our personalities. So I'm running through the airport. Sig is sitting on her balcony having a margarita and wondering why we are interrupting her good balcony time. Jen is having her whole, you know, social media photo shoot. So we wanted something cute to kind of capture all of our personalities for our cruise. That was very nice. Oh, my good friend. Thank you, Nene, for the compliments. I learned from the best, being you. Liam is here saying, hey, see in chat, I'm late. No, you're not. Autobot Diva, y'all love the commercial. Cool. I know I had to shade Vista. That little Vista trying to be like just tucking along the Caribbean. So we're going to see who actually makes it to Celebration Key first, Conquest or Vista. I'm just telling the truth. I think even though Vista is not one of Carnival's oldest ships, I think they need to go ahead and put Vista out of her misery. Like Siobhan was Parkers on the Go had their live the other day with Vista in what's it called? In San Juan. And child, the lights were flickering on and off. Like, I don't know. I've been on Vista one good time. And it was probably, even though it was a big ship and it was new at the time, even then, Vista was just big with no personality. Which is weird because like Magic and Horizon are like Carnival favorites, but Vista is just and when I got on Vista way back in when it first opened up, it had like a dent in the middle of the Lido deck, and it was only like in its inaugural season. Like it was terrible. Who else you got? Ruby's Hearts. Woohoo! Yes, you get to sail with me soon, my cruising family. Edward Sharon says, "Am I going to be in the yacht club?" I don't know, Edward. Your from your typing fingers to God's ears. I am not currently scheduled for the yacht club. Let's put it that way. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But I do, because of you, Uncle Eddie, I do want to like try. I want to get in the yacht club eventually on MSC. When, I don't know. But I definitely want to see which, because I know you highly recommend the yacht club. I've heard good things about the yacht club. But I just don't know. We'll see. Beat Zilla's in the building saying happy Monday and happy MLK Day. Happy MLK Day, Beat Zilla. I hope you did something to recognize Dr. King's legacy. Laria says she's been only six Virgin Voyages cruises. She's having withdrawal, but will be on Resilient in June. Cool. Melina says the Vista is basura. She had a better time on Sunshine, even with the roaches. See, insane. That's how I felt. Like the Vista was just a big old ship, and I sailed Vista. Was that 2017? That was like my first cruise as an adult, and I just remember it just being a big old ship. And I was like, this ship is so big, but it just lacked some oomph to it. And that was even with like Matt Mitchum was the cruise director. He made the whole experience. But it just wasn't giving me the things that I was looking for. So I did truly enjoy the Sunshine, and I'm excited about the Sunshine. It's coming to Norfolk very soon. So Sunshine will be in driving distance from me. So I don't know. Maybe I'll sneak back on the Sunshine. We'll see. Liam says preventive maintenance is paramount for keeping these ships going. Yeah, because the sea is tough conditions. And I will figure with Yellow says I will put MSC in the schedule for 2026. I got a little room left. Yeah, sneak MSC in there if you haven't done it yet, Yellow. And MSC, was it you that was telling me, or was it T that said that MSC does matching, what is it called? Cruise tiers, matches the tiers. So that was pretty much my preview, telling y'all about what was Celestial Journey, how I kicked off the new year, ending with, giving y'all a preview of 2025. My channel members know all the ships that I will be on, but I've at least give y'all a preview of what I have paid for so far, and we'll see what the rest of the year holds. Next Monday, I'm hoping it'll be a vlog. I don't plan on being live. Hopefully next Monday will be a vlog. So it'll be at 7. We'll be premiering, so come chat with me. And yeah, you all have a lovely evening. Stay warm if you are in one of the states that are getting snow that usually doesn't get snow. And this is C with C. Thanks for coming to chat with me. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Good night.